Hello everybody, this is Oak Tree Tarot Reader here and welcome to my pick a card video. So today the theme of the video is your focus in 2019. So I'm going to leave it up to you and your own instincts, your own inner knowing as to whether this is something that you're going to decide to focus on over 2019 or you feel life will cause you to be focused on these elements in your life in 2019. That's entirely up to you. I'm not promising these things will happen or but sometimes I do feel that you have a general theme of a particular year or for the first few months, and this is what I'm trying to show you in this reading. What you may find your life runs along these lines throughout the next 12 months. And the events conspire to force you to focus on something like your love life or your career or your home life. So, bearing that in mind, we have options 1, option 2, and option 3. I'm going to put the timestamps to each of these 3 readings in the description box. I will also put my email address oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com in case any of you would like to purchase a private reading from me, including a sort of personalised focus of 2019, so a sort of a year ahead reading for you. So just send me an email and I'll let you know what I offer and what the charge is. And I'm also going to put a link to my Instagram in case any of you would like to follow me there. So I want you to focus and think on your life as it is at the moment and sort of think about the next 12 months ahead. I want you to close your eyes, take a few deep breaths and make your choice. Please don't overthink it, don't doubt yourself, just trust your first instinct when making a choice. If you would like a little bit more time, then please press pause because I'm going to be moving on to reading 1. Thank you. Okay, those of you that chose option 1, here is the focus of 2019. I'll say again, you just trust your own instinct as to whether you think, oh yeah, I can understand this is the way my life's going at the moment. I can see why I'm the message is that to focus on these issues in my life, or this area of my life. Or you might follow this reading and decide, actually I think I should start to focus on these things. Trust your own instinct and make your own choices on that. Oh, so we have 9 of Cups. I like that. That's a nice good card to start off with. The Star. Oh, this might turn out to be a nice reading. Oh, 2 of Pentacles. Okay then. So I'm just going to issue out all the cards and read them all as one. 2 of Pentacles again. Page of Chalices, 6 of Pentacles. So money might be a focus of this year. 10 of Summer, which is Cups. Can we see everything? I don't think we can. Queen of Winter and 4 of Summer. Okay, so I'm going to push these up because as long as we can see. I should have thought about this. I don't normally put out as many cards, do I, in one go? Right. Okay, so I want us to be able to see, at least see all of them. So, definitely twice we've had 2 of Pentacles. You are going to struggle to balance things in your life next year, or you will focus on balancing things. So you might feel that you're constantly spinning plates, that you're juggling from one foot to the other. And looking at your cards, I feel it's going to be trying to find a balance between home and work. I don't think that you're going to have issues with either of them. I think actually you're going to be fine. I think your home life's going to be fine. I mean, we've got the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups, basically. And the Star. I think home life will be fine. But I think you are going to struggle to find the balance. I mean, it looks to me very much like working mum spread. or working parents, single parents, but you know, where you're trying to raise a family and also hold down a full-time job because you've got to pay for it. So yeah, I mean, we've got the start. I think you're going to be following your hopes and wishes. I think you're going to try and make sure that you're happy. I think you're going to try and yeah, follow your star, follow your dreams, hopeful, wishful. Be emotionally content. You're really going to try and make sure that you're not stressed out, that you're emotionally happy, that you're emotionally satisfied, that you've got enough food in the cupboard, that you have everything you need. You're also going to be pursuing some sort of creativity. We've got the Page of Chalices here. I don't know whether you are artistic or creative, but you might decide to even just take up a hobby in order perhaps to release the stress. So you might be thinking, well, when am I going to find the time if I'm at work all day and I've got to sort out the kids? It'll be important for you to have something, even if it's a case of deciding that at the end of the day you're going to spend 20 minutes reading a book or listening to some music, or you're going to take something up like walking. I mean, the idea is something artistic, because this young lady's painting on an easel. Some of you might want to paint. It doesn't matter if you're any good at this thing or not. The point is that you're going to be expressing yourself, because there's a big burden on balance in this reading. We've got the Six of Pentacles, which is about economic balance. So some of you might be thinking, well, I work long hours but I get good pay, and you don't spend enough time at home. Well, you need to reflect that balance and spend more time with your kids. Maybe for some of you, you might think the Page of Chalices, an artistic child, is your child, in which case your child should be the focus, not earning money. Kids need your time and your attention and your emotional support considerably more than they need your financial support. Of course, you do need to provide for them, to pay the mortgage, to have enough food for them to eat and all the rest of it. But there's nothing better than, you know, giving them your attention, undivided and loving attention. So if some of you feel that you're not been doing that recently, the message is that you really need to reevaluate that and focus next year on supporting your little star. Yeah, economic balance. Some of you haven't got enough money, haven't got enough work, and that's the stress, and you will be focusing on getting economic balance, either generally in your life or perhaps within a relationship. You know, like some of you, maybe you are a single parent and you need to get the money from your partner, like in child support payments and things like that, and you may find that that is going to be a focus next year, over the next 12 months, to get that. But generally, we've got the Ten of Summer, an emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. So you do have people around you that you can turn to for support. Your parents, siblings, extended family members, and people that are so close to you they feel like family. They're really out there for you, and you should spend more time with them and enjoy them. And enjoy the support that they give you, and that will enhance your emotional contentment. And I just do feel that with your family, emotionally, everything's going to be fine. It's just this sense of balance, because we've got the Queen of Winter, which is the Queen of Swords, you know, being strong, patient, self-sufficient and funny. Let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career. Unmarried or divorced individuals. So I do feel that some of you are, you know, separated. Even if you haven't got children, you're separated. You might still find that now you're separated and alone, that the economic balance is a bit of a struggle, but you should still follow your dreams and try and find happiness despite the breakup of a relationship. Because you've got to let go of things that no longer serve you. This woman, she knows the truth, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, at her worst, she can be hurtful and blunt, but she is strong, she is patient, she is very self-sufficient, and she can be very witty. Swords are air, which is, you know, words and thoughts. She's sharp, she's quick. That's what you need to focus on, being smart. and sort of not worrying about the things that you don't need to worry about, you know. There's a phrase that I say an awful lot here. I don't know if it's a worldwide phrase, but you know, it's definitely here in the UK, which is don't borrow trouble. Don't borrow any trouble. Just focus on, you know, the things that are serving you, and possibly on your career. Remember, I said that there's balance and economic balance between home and family life. So for some of you, you know, you need to earn more money, focus on your career. For others of you, it's finding that balance. Yeah, but let go of the things that are holding you back from finding this balance. You know, if there's something in your life and it's causing you this feeling of toing and froing, that you hopping from one foot to the other, you're dancing around and you can't keep up with everything, you've got to let go of something that's causing this imbalance in your life. And you do need to think on this. You're going to have a bit of time alone to be reflective, but be aware of going too far into this sort of inner reflection and being a bit too isolated, because we're seeing being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity, taking someone or something for granted, discontentment with life. I feel it's more the discontentment with life, but it could quite easily be that because you're off thinking and worrying about getting to work on time, getting the hours done, maybe getting some overtime, or even bringing paperwork home to deal with, that you're going to be missing your kids and that they need your attention, and that you find that because you're working so hard, you're missing all the truly wonderful things in your life, which is your family. You know, the stereotypical Hollywood film where the man is a businessman and is so focused on closing the deal, and you know, his career, and he suddenly comes home and the kids aren't toddlers anymore, they're teenagers, and he doesn't understand them. He's missed all the best years of their life when they were growing up, and he is just seen as this interluder into the life that the mother and the children have created in the home that he has paid for. And you don't want to fall into that, where it's all about money to provide for them, but you're failing to see the magic in your life at the moment. I mean, if you don't have kids, there's something going on in your life that you're missing out on because of this constant worry about money and balancing things out. You know, maybe you've not been socialising with your friends as much or seeing your family as much, and you really need to start getting back into the routine of not working so hard and actually getting out and being with them, because it would be emotional contentment and following your wishes and dreams. I feel will be a very important part of 2019 for you. Yeah. So I've got as well, because there's nothing there about romance, and I feel like I should, I've got the Doreen Virtue Angel, Romance Angel Oracle card. So I'm just going to give you a quick shuffle and give you a card or two, see what comes out. Oop. Three fell out, so I'll take those. Worth waiting for, past life relationship, you deserve love. Okay, so I don't feel necessarily that there may be a big relationship next year. We've got worth waiting for, divine timing as at work in your love life. So for some of you, you're not going to meet anyone until the time is right. And that may be due to this need to balance your life out, to not be working so hard, to connect with family more for some of you, and so on. Or to just sort out your relationship with your children if you have them. And I just don't think that's going to happen until you've resolved these issues. So work on that. We've got past life relationship. You've known each other before. If some of you do end up meeting someone, it might be someone that you've previously been in a relationship with, an ex. For others of you, it literally could be from earlier on in your youth. You know, for some of you, this might manifest as going back to a place that you grew up that you haven't been in for quite a while, and this is how you're linking back with family, and you might meet somebody on that trip home. For others of you, it's a past relationship that's causing the issue, and you need to focus on getting rid of any residual feelings or attitudes due to a failed or prematurely ended relationship in the past. Because the love that you want or desire or hope to find is waiting for you, but it's not going to be able to come into your life because you're still involved in an old relationship. Even if the relationship ended years ago, in your mind and your heart there's still something that eats away at you, that's hurt you, even for some of you, and it's not allowing you to be open to new love. Even if you meet somebody and you really like them, you might just hesitate because of what happened in a previous relationship or a series of failed relationships, and it's knocked your confidence, and so you've lost, you don't feel that you deserve love, but you do, and you are lovable. So I do feel that if you really, really want to find love this year, that if you find this balance in your life and sort of realign and let go of the things that are holding you back, and that, attitudes, mindsets, all that kind of stuff that's sort of stopping you, you will suddenly realise that yes, you are lovable, and there might be somebody around you that does love you, and they've been waiting for some of you. But yeah, nothing's going to happen until you've sorted yourself out. I feel that's what this is. It's just going to happen at the right time, and it's worth waiting for. There you go. Those of you that chose option 1, that is your reading for what you may focus on in 2019. Please let me know in the comments section whether you feel that this has helped you, resonated, so on and so on, and just let me know how you're getting on. I wish you all the best of luck, and for next year, from my perspective, wish you all the best of luck for 2019. Please take very good care of yourself, and thank you so much for listening to my reading. Bye. Hello, those of you that chose option 2, here is your reading. So it's up to you how you decide. So it's up to you how you decide this is going to manifest in your life in 2019. So we have 6 of Wands. That's good. So you're going to be focusing on victories, being successful. This is good. This is good. Oh, so the 10 of Swords. So an ending. I think you'll be focusing on an ending. 4 of Swords, so a sort of mental retreat. Ooh. 3 major arcana. So we've got the Moon, the Horned God, which is the Emperor. Focus these up. And the Holly King, which is the Hermit. We also have the King of Autumn, Pentacles. The Autumn represents Pentacles. Prince of Autumn. And the 8 of Autumn. Okay, so I think you're really going to be focusing on changing your life this year. That it's really going to be a focus on changing failures into successes, and you're going to have to go off inside yourself for a while to do that, because basically we've got 2 cards that reflect the same thing, or roughly the same thing. We've got the 4 of Swords and the Holly King, the Hermit. So you're going to definitely be retreating inside yourself. Some of you, if you get the opportunity to go away for a bit on your own to just sort of discover what you really want in life generally. Some of you, it's going to represent a relationship, others of you a career, or just generally, where is my life going? Maybe some of you have reached a birthday, like a milestone birthday, like you're 30, 35, 40 or something like that, and you're thinking, all the things I thought I would get by this point, I haven't got any of them, so why has it not happened? And you're going to have to go off and really think about it. This is like a strategic battle rest, really. It's a rest in the action so you can recharge your batteries, and I think going off on your own is going to do that, and you're going to realign yourself with what you have decided is your success, your victory. Again, that could be, for some of you, it's about being a great parent and a great wife or husband, a partner. Others of you, it's all down to your career. Your work is your focus. Because something's going to end this year. Something's going to end. It's just going to be over. For some of you, it's going to be very upsetting. For others of you, you just accept that it's happened. But it's over. You've reached a dead end. There's nowhere to go with it. The cycle has ended. You know, the thoughts have overwhelmed you and the words have overwhelmed you, and you've just decided this is it. It's sort of the end of negotiations as well sometimes. So the end of discussions, the end of talk. But it's definitely, you're coming to the end of a cycle, and I think the theme of the year will be, what's my next cycle going to be? Now that this is over, what am I going to do next? And I know that because you've got 3 major arcana cards from the Green Witch Tarot. You've got the Moon, you've got the Horned God, and you've got the Holly King. Again, the Moon is retreating into your subconscious. Right, with these 2. You're really going to be digging deep inside yourself in 2019. You're going to be rooting in your subconscious and seeing what's going on there that you haven't explored in quite some time. Forgotten dreams, desires, ambitions. Forgotten aspects of yourself that you've suppressed. Maybe because the life you're living now requires you to be a different sort of person to one that's maybe your true nature. You know, you might find that you're having lots of dreams because your subconscious is sort of throwing out all the stuff that you need to clear out or re-embrace and sort of accept about yourself. Because the Horned God, the Emperor, it's about your authority. You've got to you know, it's sort of the centre of the reading. You've got to regain your authority over your life, over yourself. So some of you might feel that you are not in control of the events of your life, or that you're in control of parts of it, but you haven't unified your life. You know, so actually you might be really successful at work and your love life stinks and it's just not going the way you planned it. With others of you, it's the other way around, or, you know, so, you know, something's right, something's wrong, I think, here. Because we do have success, so something's successful in your life. And the Emperor here, and then within this deck, it's about having everything working in combination. The Horned God is a leader, but not a dictator. He has a quiet confidence. He has confidence in himself and his abilities. He has confidence that his rules will be followed. The law of the land will be followed. And in particular, this Horned God has managed to work for the benefit of the whole of his community here. The diverse, the diverse wildlife that lives in his forest, his land. And that's what a good leader does. It listens to all the diverse needs of the community and works for them. But this is about you. So if that resonates, that's the message. But if that doesn't make sense to you, it's about making sure all aspects of your life work together for your benefit. Not so much that you have ultimate control over your life, because no one has ultimate control over their lives or the lives of other people. It just doesn't happen. We have to learn to live with uncertainty. But in some way, you recognise there's something that you are not fulfilling, you're not in control of, that you're not moving towards. And this is why you need to go off and retreat, either to establish what it is that you want. Do you really want a partner and a family? Do you really want to carry on with this career? Because there's something coming to an end. And with the ending of this particular situation, it may be a connection to a person, or it may be you know, a mindset. You might suddenly have a eureka moment of, oh, okay, this is all over and I realise that, and you've got to go off and think, well, what do I do now? What do I do next? What do I want? How can I be in charge of it? How can I have authority over my own life? And it's really going to require you to dig deep inside yourself. You might at points throughout the year be a bit isolated, hopefully not feeling isolated, but you might decide to go off alone and really think about things and just internalize and reflect on what's happened, particularly if this was a shocking and upsetting moment, a shocking end, because I mean, you know, he's been stabbed in the body 10 times. It's possibly going to really hurt you that this thing's over. Nasty things may be said, but don't forget you've still got the victory card, so it might be a blessing in disguise, but you're going to be able to focus on your victories. So you will have victories, but something's over and you're going to have to really go in and think about it. And I'm going to be honest, I think actually it's to do with money, because you've got 3 pentacles underneath. You've got the King of Autumn, King of Pentacles. You're going to need to be compassionate, charismatic, gifted and accomplished. You're going to have to really draw on all of your own skills, merging all aspects of yourself together. You're going to have to be assertive to what you really want and what you know is right. Remember, the Horned God. Some things are going to go your way. I don't think everything's going to go your way. We've got the Ten of Swords. But you are a good person. You do have good people around you. For some of you, in terms of work, you're in the right place. Or if you're not, you're going to find the right place to work. You know, so don't worry about that. Or you're going to be on the search and make it a focus for you. That, you know, I need to find a great place to work where I'm supported, where I can come into my own power and be the best person, you know, sort of not fulfill your destiny. Because, I mean, I think I've said before, I'm sort of, you know, but I do believe we all have immense potential inside us, and a lot of us do not fulfill that potential. So I think there's probably a lot of potential within you to do something and you're not doing it. And I think it's in 2019 you're going to reflect upon that which you are not successful at, as well as the things that you are doing well. Prince of Autumn, dependable, protective, chivalrous and humorous. Cautious but wise action. Meticulous attention to detail and kindness to others. Yeah, so some of you need to soften the edge. I mean, as though we've got like the Emperor, which is sort of like the daddy, the father figure. You do need to draw on that sort of protective energy, but you also need to be funny and light-hearted about it, and not let anybody down. So the focus will be on being reliable and earthy, as well as standing up for yourself, but also for others. I'm really drawn to something here, meticulous attention to detail, because we also have the 8 of Autumn, which is do more research before proceeding. Some of you, yes, are going to decide to go back to school. Some of you are going to decide to get extra qualifications or just develop a new skill for your own pleasure. But there's a lot of you, there's something going on in your life that you need to pay attention to, that you don't know all the details. And this is where I think that maybe this Ten of Swords situation comes into it, because I think you're going to do your research, look at all the paperwork, speak to all the people involved, and really look at things carefully, and then you might decide yourself that something is over, that it's just a dead end and there's nowhere left for you to go. So you might initiate this. The focus might be you deciding that something's come to an end and then thinking, where next? Where next, where you can be in charge, because I suspect a few of you have not been in charge of your own life or parts of your life. And some of you, it might be for quite some time that you've really not been in charge of where your life's going, the direction. Maybe you've had to do things to please other people and they haven't pleased you. And although it's brought you some sort of success and will continue to do that, you might have made a few compromises that you are now reflecting on, and not the compromises you should have made. So I've also got some angel romance oracle cards. and I'm going to shuffle a few of those out for you for the love aspect of focus in 2019. New love. Ooh. 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 Okay, so love's going to go very well, or at least you are going to make sure love's going to go very well for you, because we've got new love. So I think a lot of you are going to be looking to meet someone new. Maybe that's what you're reflecting on. Maybe work's brilliant and your love life isn't, and you've made the decision that now is the time to find someone new. You want this person to be someone you can talk to, that you can be honest with, that there are no secrets. I would say that this feels like you are looking for a new love that is someone you can marry and settle down with if you don't believe in marriage, because all strong relationships are built on a foundation of friendship and communication, and as well a foundation of chemistry. So you want someone that you fancy, that you find sexually attractive, but also that you have sexual chemistry with. So you want a proper relationship, a new love that you can chat with this person, share hobbies and interests, or just have interesting conversations where you can explore each other's feelings and your past. So if you've got things that have held you up in the past, you want to be able to talk about them and honestly discuss your feelings and your thoughts. So you want someone that you can be yourself with, but somebody that there's a strong magnetic attraction with. So you want a proper love affair, a marriage, a long-standing. You want to build the foundation of a love relationship, and that's going to be your focus in your love life for those of you that chose option 2. If you're open to it, these things will come to you, even if the people you meet aren't exactly what you anticipate. I think if you're open to new love and a love with someone like this, you can find it. But I feel that the focus must be dealt with in this situation here of doing this research, finding out what this ending is, where the victory's like, and doing this inner soul searching first, and then you'll be have a clean slate to find this lovely person that you're looking for. Yeah, I mean, that's lovely. I mean, if that was to come up in a love reading, you'd be like, wow, that's going to be so lovely. If you actually meet somebody that ticks all these 3 boxes, you're going to have a great 2019. So I hope that you do find them. Please let me know in the comment section if this has resonated with you and helped you in any way. I do love reading all the comments. I wish you all the best of luck for the future. I wish you all the good luck in the world for 2019. Thank you very much for listening to my reading, and goodbye. Okay, those of you that chose option 3, here is your reading. So it's up to you whether it's you decide you want to focus on these things in 2019, or you believe that sort of the universe will guide you to focus upon these things. That's entirely up to you. Ooh, so we've got the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Make sure we've got enough space. We have the Sun, that's lovely. The Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Chalices, and we also have the 9 of Summer, the Summer's Cups, Life Experience, that's the Tower card, and the Princess of Winter, which is the Page of Swords. Okay then, so I think there's a big focus next year, 2019, that you will be focusing on your family, definitely, and getting your dreams fulfilled, and being happy, and allowing your wonderfulness to shine through, getting attention, that kind of thing, maybe within your family. So for some of you, getting a wish fulfilled is something to do with getting attention. You're going to find out a new truth, or focus on the truth, finding out the reality of a situation, cutting through the nonsense and just sort of understanding something, gaining clarity. and focusing on the gifts that you have are being offered to you, or that you're offering out for some of you. You know, I feel that there will be a focus on an opportunity being offered to you, and this is possibly what you need the clarity on, and maybe the support of your family. We also have the Knight of Pentacles, and that's the centre of the reading, so it's incredibly important, and you're going to be working very hard. The focus is to work hard in 2019 on whatever you feel that the reading manifests for you, or that you know already. If it's family life, work life, or just personal development, you will work hard on it. But you're also going to need to be reflective and to ponder opportunities and what you're being offered, because we've got the Four of Chalices. You might feel a bit distracted, so if you are the sort of person that gets overly distracted, I mean, I daydream a lot, so I understand that, you need to focus on that and maybe stop, because the more you focus on the daydream on things, the less time you have to actually make things a reality in your life, to actually do things. You know, when we all sit on the internet looking at stuff, you know, like that people do these wonderful like little videos of them redecorating a room, and it's all sped up and stuff, and we sit there in a terribly decorated room and don't do anything about it. You know, this is it. The more you sit there and ponder things, the less you are getting it done. You're definitely going to be focusing on having your dreams fulfilled and enjoying yourself. So I think actually 2019 will be a special year for a lot of people because of this pursuit of dreams, a pursuit of something you've always wanted to do, whatever it is. It could be connected to family. Some of you might want to be performers, because the sun is about like having fun, but also attention and ego and, you know, shining and all that. But I think a lot of you just want to be happy, and you're going to focus on being happy. And this is good, because so many people do not understand that happiness is a choice. Ultimately we choose to be happy, and by making choices about what we're going to focus on and what we're not, and what attitudes we're going to take. And I think you're going to focus on being happy this year. That's lovely to see. I think you're going to create change in your life. I think you're going to create very real change in your life. I don't think this is something you're going to have inflicted on you due to the strength of the other cards. I think you're going to cut through the crap, basically, cut through all the doubt and the confusion, and you're going to see the truth of a situation. You're going to work really, really hard, and slow, long work with tangible results, with results that you can actually see and hold in your hand. And you're not going to stop no matter what till the job is done, and you're going to create massive change in your life. You're going to let go of belief systems that no longer work for you, and you're going to make an important life-changing event and a situation that leads to significant opportunities. And remember, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. I think you're going to change your life in order to make space for opportunities to arrive to you. So you're going to create your own opportunities, and that's, again, beautiful to see. This reading is very proactive. You're not going to wait for things to come to you. You're going to lay the foundation, plough the field and lay the foundation for a brilliant life for yourself, for a brilliant future. And yeah, you might have a bit of moments of daydreaming and fantasizing about the millions that will roll into your bank account and all the glory and happiness that will come your way. But as long as you don't delve into that too much, because that will be a big distraction to the hard work you need to put in. As long as you don't do it too much, you'll be fine. Because you don't want to be sitting there. I mean, she is sitting there pondering these 3 cups, and she's completely missing the one that's being offered to her through the door. Because she's there. The door's open and that person's there, like, and they've got a bag of goodies, presumably. She's there thinking, oh, I've got 3 cups. Wouldn't it be lovely if I had a 4th? And just if she just turned her head, she'd see that it's there waiting to be purchased, probably by a saleswoman at the door. We've also got the Princess of Winter. Page of Swords. So inquisitive, truthful, realistic, undiplomatic. Well, let's forget the undiplomatic. Sometimes it's not always very helpful to lack tact and diplomacy. So I would always say to do that. It makes things a lot easier in life. But you do need to be inquisitive and truthful, and also realistic in some way. Remember, today daydreaming's not always a good idea. But you've got the Ace of Swords, so you're already really aware that you need to see the truth. So just focus on the realistic here, because there's information that can help you, but which may also be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness, an indigo child or adult. Well, I'm going to focus on the indigo child, but it's speaking the truth with kindness, but also information that can help you, but which may also be difficult. And I feel that you're not going to be hearing it, but saying it, because you're going to be making the life-changing decision. Some of you, because it's a general video, some of you will feel that this is, you've been told something which is difficult to hear, and it's the truth, and they may be saying it kindly, but it's hard for you to hear, and you may feel that this is an important life-changing event that's been forced on you rather than that you've initiated it. But pay attention to the situation that leads to significant opportunities. If something happens that you didn't want to happen, that's unsettled you, that's upset you, don't be frightened of it. Just see where the opportunities lie, because there will be opportunities. You will find out the truth, and like that sword will cut through the knot that will stop you from leading a life that's full of lies, and you will see the truth of the situation and see the brand new opportunities that have arisen from this life-changing event. So don't be frightened of it. As much as you can, you initiate it, but always remember that you really want to focus on your own happiness in 2019. Doesn't mean you have to be selfish. You can consider others and the needs of others, and of course it does no benefit to you know, cause hardness for them, but you can't live your life in a bad place. You can't live a lie. And if you're in a job, a relationship, or just a general attitude that you're not happy, you know, you can come forward and say, I'm not happy. What can I do to change it? I want to be happy. I want to have our relationship be a success and to thrive and be loving. I want my job to be well paid and intellectually and emotionally satisfying. I want to have a good relationship with my co-workers and to have the opportunity of promotion. You can say all those things, and you might feel confident in 2019 to do that because you're willing to put in the hard work to change your life. That's a lovely read. I'm really pleased to give that. I really do feel that you're proactive, those of you that chose option 3, and that through that proactive behaviour, that initiation, you will improve your life. And I think 2019 is going to be an important year for you. But I've also got the Romance Angel Oracle cards for the love aspect of 2019 for you. So what I'm going to do is just pull, shuffle out a couple of cards for you for that aspect of your life in 2019. Engagement, that's nice. These want to come out. Engagement, forgiving and learning, and flirt. So some of you, maybe the life-changing event is that you want to propose to someone or to get engaged, but you certainly want another level of commitment. If you're completely single, your focus in your love life is that you want to find someone to be engaged with, to marry. That's all right. Forgiving and learning, you need to forgive and learn about something, release and heal the past. You experience more love in your present moments. So if you're in a relationship that's not gone too well, there's been a few issues, you've got to learn from these mistakes, either the ones that they have made or you have made. It doesn't matter. Learn what you can from it and let it go. You let it go. The relationship's not going to survive unless you forgive and let go and move on from it. For those of you where no, the relationship's dead, but it is holding me back in some way, it's forgiving and learning so that you can move on to a new relationship that will provide you with the commitment that you desire. You can't blame your new partner for the mistakes of your old partner. They're not guilty of that. And we've got flirting. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. So go out there and have fun. Flirt. It's light-hearted energy. It's not a commitment. It's not a promise for marriage. It's nothing beyond having a bit of fun with somebody in a very light and simplistic way. So you've got to focus on not being so heavy within yourself, and that might provide the gateway to more happiness. If you're in an established relationship, you could revive it or blow new life into the fire of your passions by flirting. You know, sort of remember how you felt when you both met each other. If you want to meet someone new, by flirting and being light-hearted and being sort of this fun person to be around, that will attract people because you've forgiven and learnt and let go of the past, and you're willing to open up to commitment. But you're not going to get commitment on your first date or the first month or the first 3 months. You know, you're going to be together, dating, going out, getting to know each other for probably quite a few months before you're ready to sort of say, well, maybe this is the one. You're not going to find out like that. And that's what you need to do. Be flirty, light-hearted, and not take it too in-depth or seriously until it's time for it to happen to this level of commitment. Yeah. That's a nice reading. I really enjoyed giving that one. Yeah. There's a lot there for you to work on. I feel that's the big pertinent one. Some of you may be ready to get engaged and commit, and that's fine. There, the flirt would be more pertinent. Yeah. That's your reading. I can't see any more with that. I mean, the life-changing event might be asking someone to marry you. Yeah. Right, I'm going to stop there. There's no more to be said. There you go. Those of you that chose option 3, that's your reading. Please let me know in the comment section whether it does resonate with you, whether it's made any sort of sense to you and helped you in any way. I do love reading the comments. I don't always get the chance to answer them properly as I would like, but I do always read them and like them when I can, and heart them, love them, whatever. So yeah, leave me a comment. I wish you all the best of luck for 2019, and please take very good care of yourself. And thank you for listening to my reading. Bye.